Yes. It's me and Magic. That's the conversation.
Yeah. Like it just.
Curry, not as much as he does, as we know, but there is nobody in the history of the NBA who is a better point guard. And he won 5 championships. And a college championship than Magic Johnson.
Okay, let me see.
I'm back at it. Okay, this is reaction number 2. All right, and today it's not more of a reaction video. It's more of a, hey, let me fucking spit for at least 5 to 10 minutes. All right, hear me out. Steph Curry versus Magic Johnson. I feel like it's been a debate all season long in this fucking NBA season, right? Who's better? Who's the best point guard of all time? All right, the decision is pretty fucking clear. Okay, it's like 98% certain at this point. Okay, and we're gonna watch a few clips and we're gonna talk about it because I feel like this debate it shouldn't even be a debate. All right, we can argue about it. We can get on whatever you want to talk about. We'll talk about it because I'm telling you right now. All right, it's a pretty clear, obvious choice here. All right, so we're gonna start. We're gonna react to a few Steph Curry highlights. We're just gonna react to his most recent game because the dude's just insane. All right, and then we're gonna react to some Magic Johnson highlights. All right, now the Magic Johnson highlights aren't the best quality. All right, I'll try to find the most enhanced video. Okay, but regardless, we're gonna react to both. We're gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna tell you what I think is better because I'm telling you right now. Okay, it's a clear choice. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so we're starting off with some Steph highlights here. Okay. Game last night, absolutely ridiculous. Dude just is by far the greatest shooter of all time. But I get the conversation isn't the greatest shooter, it's the greatest point guard, right? I feel like what makes a point guard the best point guard is they affect everybody around them, right? They win games, okay? And they make their whole entire team better, all right? So when we're talking about that, okay, Steph is the definition of making his teammates better. You look from since Steph blew up in 2015, right? You look from Steph's just season by season by season. You look at his teammates and their averages and who he can kind of help turn into that bigger role, right? Like you got Andre Iguodala in 2015, solid player coming from Philly, very solid player. Don't get me wrong, okay? But Finals MVP, breakout. You probably shouldn't have won it. Breakout Finals from that. Just a very, very, very solid rotation player for Golden State, right? Very solid. Okay, but Steph, I just look at this. Like, there's no doubt he's the greatest shooter. But the greatest point guard, this dude has affected Draymond Green. Draymond Green is a defensive player of the year candidate for most of those years, right? But that dude is beyond that at this point. Like, just look at this shot. Like, just look at this shot.
That's how you're getting a
Like,
tiny bit of separation.
what the fuck? What the fuck? You did that shit in the 80s, the 90s. It's like, you're like, who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy, right? I'm telling you right now, all right, that Draymond Green is a good basketball player. Draymond Green with Steph Curry is a great basketball player. You watch Draymond Green, yes, you know, technicals, all of his controversial shit aside, you look at Draymond Green now, you're like, that is a great basketball player. That dude will give you 9 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 10 points, 8 assists, night in and night out, right? Because of the system, because of Steph Curry. Okay? Like, there's just no argument there. And I feel like you put Draymond Green on a different team, he's probably riding the bench somewhere, right? He's probably the Patrick Beverley of that team, right? But with Steph Curry, he's different. You look at Klay Thompson. You look at all of these people that you look at, like, he took a back seat when Kevin Durant came. They won 2 championships. This dude just wins games. This dude just makes teams better, right? So the definition of a point guard, I feel like the argument here a lot of the time is with Magic Johnson is that, oh, but Steph's the greatest shooter of all time. Steph's a great scorer, but Steph's not a true point guard. Steph is literally a true point guard. There's no debate. There's just no debate. There's no debate. Like, this dude finishes, this dude passes, this dude makes everybody on the floor better. This dude shoots better. This dude is a complete basketball player. And I'm not saying Magic Johnson isn't, but I'm saying that Magic Johnson ain't doing what Steph does. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he affected it in that era. If we're talking greatest of all time, the impact that Steph Curry has had is like MJ level of impact.